Hey, hola, welcome. Thank you for being here. This class will bring you hopefully some relief from any hyper arousal in your nervous system. Those times when you're feeling built up anguish or frustration, anger, carrying too much on your shoulders, those times when you finish work and you just want to let go. So this is a good class for that, or perhaps in the morning and you have this anxiety or apprehension that is taking your focus away from the job in hand. Perhaps we just need to move our emotions so that we can reset and have that clarity, balance to get on with the job in hand. So I hope you enjoy it. There is potential for some props to help you as your friend. No harm in asking for a little help from our friends. I have a Banksy dog. I have 2 yoga blocks and a bolster. But these can be pillows, they could be anything else that you have lying around in the house. So I hope you enjoy this. Lots of love. Thank you. Welcome to yoga. Come to any seated position on your mat. Appreciate your space around you. Breathe deeply. You are here. Place a hand on your heart. Connect inwards. Feel your body breathing. You may choose the other hand to be on your belly, on the back of your head, or even on your forehead. Your hands are focusing the connection between your nervous system and your heart. Witness your amazing body. Know this inner space, this constant sanctuary, is uniquely yours. Like a peaceful harbour where the harsh weather and turbulent waves do not disturb your balance. For this we are grateful. Now come to sit on your knees if you can. Make yourself comfortable. Use blocks or a cushion or a blanket to gently elevate the hips from the floor. We will be using a stimulating pranayama called Kapalabhati, or breath of fire, to light up our inner heat, cleansing as we go. Raise your arms high to a V shape. Fold down the first rows of finger joints and extend the thumbs strongly. Take a deep breath in the nose and sigh out of the mouth. Let's begin. Pumping the belly as you inhale and exhale the nose. If this is new to you, you can opt to open the mouth. In, out, in, out. Continue pumping the breath from the depths of your body, up, up, raising your inner fire, filling you upwards. Shoulders are relaxed. Focus on the space between your eyebrows. Keep pumping a little more. And keeping those arms lifted, take a long inhale and hold it in. Then sigh it out as you draw your thumbs above your head to touch. One more breath. And lower the hands down. The next breath exercise, bring yourself to a toe stretch posture, keeping the toes underneath your buttocks, toes tucked, sitting on the ground, back onto your heels. Find assistance in a cushion behind the knees, easing the pressure. But really, any seated position will be fine. Imagine you have a fire before you, where you will throw out any negative emotion that you wish to dispel from yourself. throw it on the exhale. Hands start at the shoulders, nasal breathing. Name that feeling, throw it out into the flames, burn it. Two, one, and relax. Notice. Next is your shoulder breath. We can do this on the knees. Folding the mat is a gift to our kneecaps. We're drawing in a positive feeling or emotion from above. Arms reach up high. What do you need intuitively? Name it. Draw it in. Nasal breathing. Come on. Invite it into your body. Reaching high. Take it. Draw it in. Come on. 2, 1. And reach high. Relax the arms down. With this successful exchange, we can celebrate with the breath of joy. Come to stand. We'll take 3 breaths in, followed by 1 sigh out. The arms go up. And then wide. And then up again. And then we fold forwards with the arms flying back. And again, in, let it out. Celebrate. Anything. Beautiful. Come to stand. We are open to any celebration. Forward fold and loosen your neck down. Crown towards the floor. Tiptoe your feet wide for Malasana pose, a deep squat. Maybe you perch on a bolster. But ensure your knees point in the same direction as your toes. No need to go too low. Arms can be to the thighs or take them into a namaste position at the front of the chest with the elbows inside the thighs. Lift in the chest. Rather than dumping into the hips, you can tone the legs more by pressing the heels down, lifting the hips up just a little. Take 3 breaths, inhaling as you look upwards, exhale the chin to chest. Take a couple of breaths like this at your own pace. And then lengthen the legs, forward fold. Rolling up to your standing sequence now for strength and resilience. You can tap your feet into the floor, open out your hands if that feels good. Find your eager smile. Hands to the hips. The right knee lifts in front, one-legged mountain pose. Gently tap the gluteal muscle to increase the engagement here. Joint releasing. Roll out the ankle a few times in each direction. Keep your drishti in front. Now rolling the knee around one way and then the other, like a pencil between the toes. Now your hip starts small at first. Go both directions. Great. Take a deep breath in. Tap hello onto the gluteal muscles, drawing it in. If you can, keep the foot lifted and bring it behind you. Dancer pose. Taking the foot behind you, grabbing it perhaps with both hands. Aligning your hips and your shoulders. Option 1, remain here. Option 2, raise the left hand above the head. Option 3, slowly lead the chest forwards, equally kicking back into the right hand and reaching into the left hand. Breathe Whichever option you choose. Coming out, take the right foot back to one-legged mountain pose. Take a twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand to the sacrum or your lower backbone. Option here to open the arms or not. Option to extend the knee. Perhaps both arms and leg. Woo. Breathe. Come back to one leg mountain pose. With your brave smile and willing heart, dive into Warrior 3. Arms wide, right heel back. Hello gluteal, my friend. Option to take the arms forwards. Hips and shoulders steady in one line. Grounding, reaching. Next is balancing half moon. Option to take a friendly block in your right hand. Back foot stays lifted. Right hand to right hip. Option to take your right hand high and look up if you wish. Breathe yourself open to the right side. Now for standing splits, both hands to the floor, relax the head down towards the knee. Surrender the forehead. Lower into a crouched position. Hello feet, we meet again. Breathe a pause. Rolling slowly to stand. Breathe a pause here and prepare for the other side, hands to hips. Left knee now raises to one-legged mountain pose. Tap, tap, hello gluteals. Draw them in. Joint releasing exercise. Start with the circling of the left ankle. A few times each way. Keeping your drishti, drawing your belly in. Move to the knee, both directions. And to the hip. Slowly, steady. Rotations in each direction. For a gentle twist, the right hand will go to right knee, the left hand to the left hip. Smile. This is option 1. For a greater challenge, open the arms wide or extend the knee. Maybe there's a possibility of both. Listen to your body. No straining. Keep breathing. Come back to center. For dancer pose, left heel goes back, holding on to that foot with one hand or two. Align the shoulders and the hips. Breathe into the opening of your chest. If you choose, you could take the right hand up above your head. The grip is now on the inner foot near the big toe. Option to remain here or dive forwards with equal effort, kicking back and reaching forwards. Dancer pose. Focus on the steadiness in front of you. Calmly. And come back to one-legged mountain pose, keeping the foot off the ground. Fill your chest, reach high. With the guidance of your hands, glide into Warrior 3. Kick back into that powerful heel. Hello gluteals. There is resilience and calm in your grounded foot. Your arms could go overhead if you wish. Focus, trust, breathe. Balancing half moon. Reach for your helpful block with the right hand to left hip. Bring your left hip now on top of the right, so you're stacked. Drawing the belly to the spine. Option to reach up high. With the top hand, your core is engaging you strong. Perhaps you can touch up to the clouds. Is there space to hover the lower hand off the ground? Releasing to standing, both hands to the floor or blocks. Left heel high, nose to knee. Coming down now to crouch pose. Give yourself a rewarding and thankful hug. You are doing enough. This is amazing. Lifting your hips, shifting side to side. Widen your feet. Slowly coming to a deep squat. Lovingly arrive slowly with your toes and knees in the same direction. Elbows to the inner thigh or prayer hands to the chest. Lifting your gaze. Inhale the chin and exhale the chin down to the chest. A couple more at your pace. And then when you're ready, come to sit and prepare for reclined hero or saddle pose. I invite you to seek out your bolster, your block, your cushions. Come to sit on your heels and then take your heels to the outside of your hips. Option 1 is simply to take your hands behind you, fingers away, and lift the chest up, breathing here. Another option, bringing your bolster behind you, allowing the lower back, the whole spine may come to meet it. Elbows may come to the floor. Allow yourself to find what you need for this posture, this opening of the front body, shoulders, chest, hips, thighs. Perhaps you need support for the head. Perhaps your whole spine rolls down onto the bolster. Take what you need. Drop into your support. Know that you are lovingly held here. The belly is breathing, fully expanding the diaphragm. We will enjoy a good 8 to 10 breaths here, in the next few poses too. When you're ready, see if you can breathe a little deeper into your belly, into your hips, into your thighs. Can you extend the breath? Allow the space in your chest, lifting your heart open. The earth, the friendly bolster and blocks are holding you safe. Keep breathing as you press your elbows and hands into the mat, to the floor, tuck in your chin, guide yourself up now to a seated position and just pause, perhaps drawing your bolster underneath you. Next pose is child's pose. You choose, your knees can be together or wide. Perhaps your bolster is underneath your head, maybe your chest. Arms can be beside you or forwards. Take some deep breaths into your spine. Lower, middle, upper. If your head is looking one way now, you can turn it the other way. Feel the muscles of your respiratory system in the back of your chest. Expanding the small areas between each of the ribs. Softening the head down. Gently move your bolster away. We'll come to lay down on our backs. Take your right leg, cross it over the left for a spinal twist. Allow the package of legs to move to the left. Guiding toes can assist you by touching the ground. Arms can be wide or bent at the elbow. Turn your head away from the legs. Breathe into this, or if you feel you'd like to, you can extend that top leg and grab the big toe, stretching into the hamstring. And if you'd like, you can reach down, shimmy around, and see if you can grab the left big toe with your right hand. Cat pulling the tail pose. But these are all options. Deep spinal twist, breathing into every joint in the spine. Turning your head back to center. We'll release this pose to windscreen wiper pose. So both feet go on the floor and we just shift the knees left to right as slow as you like, releasing any pressure built up in the joints, in the legs, in the hips. Now to the other side. So the left leg goes over the top of the right. We shimmy around and move that package of legs over to the right. The left hip is now on top of the right. Our head turns away from the legs. Ask yourself, what does your body need? Do you need to stretch out the hamstring, lengthening that top leg, gripping the toe? Perhaps a little shimmy to allow the lower leg to move back and grab that big toe. Listen in to what you need. Allow the breath to be long and deep. Now you can release it all and shimmy, shimmy, shaky, shaky, hands over shoulders, feet over hips, extending the toes, the fingers, open and relax. Once again, open the toes, open the fingers, reach them up high, stretch all those little joints and slowly bring yourself into Shavasana, your deep rest pose. This is where we get to remove all the effort. Allow your chin to tuck just a little to lengthen the neck. Let the palms face up, the feet fall out to the side. Deep rest. Absorb the earth energy beneath you. Let yourself sink down into the nurturing Mother Earth, lovingly holding you in your space. Allowing your breath to be where it needs to be, wherever it needs to go. Awakening now your feet and hands. Move onto your side for a fetal pose. Just tuck one hand or arm or pillow under the head. Lie on your side for a few moments. A posture of feeling anew. We can always begin again. Begin our efforts of riding the fluctuations of life. Begin again. Coming up now to sitting position, anything you choose. Here we can be grateful. We are aware there is an inner sanctuary, always a peaceful harbour within us. We practice moving through poses of pressure and effort like heavy storms. We know that each storm will pass. Our inner anchor, the sanctuary, our true self, is love, strength, and resilience. Thank you. Namaste.